Given that at one time it seemed that the trial would never move forward from jury selection, the pace has certainly picked up since then. In recent weeks, jurors have sat through 15 days of testimony from the government's 92 witnesses and 2 days of testimony from the defense's 4 witnesses. Last week, the jury began deliberating on the 30 counts with which the 21-year-old is charged, and less than 2 days later, jurors reached their verdict. Jahar Tsarnaev is guilty on all counts. The charges on which Tsarnaev was found guilty include conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction resulting in death, use of a weapon of mass destruction resulting in death and aiding and abetting, and use of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. Because 17 of the 30 charges against Tsarnaev include the possibility of the death penalty, the trial will proceed to a second phase. During this phase, commonly called the penalty phase, the government will present aggravating factors that they believe played a role in the defendant's decision to commit the bombing, and, as such, should justify the death penalty. The defense will argue that mitigating factors support a sentence of life without parole, and the jury will then decide whether or not Tsarnaev should receive the death penalty or life in prison without release. One can expect the defense to continue to try and convince the jurors that Tsarnaev's older brother, Tamerlan, was the instigator and manipulated Jahar. In closing arguments, the defense told jurors that if it were not for Tamerlan, the bombing would not have happened. Even with the trial proceeding at a faster pace, it is far from over, especially considering the penalty phase is not scheduled to start until Tuesday, April 21st. Stay up to date on these and other developments on news.acmi.tv. For Arlington Public News, I'm Jamie Maffeo.